Peace. This is a meat and potatoes social production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is understanding the mark of Qayin. Now, Qayin, who many of us know through religious indoctrination and mythology, was the first person to take an individual's life, and that would be his brother Abel. But he is also, in the occult community or the Black Lodge, he is known as the first practitioner of sorcery and witchcraft, and is the son of Lilith and Samael, not Adam and Eve. And as many of us know, in case you don't, I'm going to say it right here. Lilith also is a meta god. She is combined with Anana and Lamashtu, but that is a subject for another time. So the mark of Qayin, some say, is for protection. Others say it was a cruel reminder, and he would have to suffer as a consequence, not only him, but the children that he would produce. Now, let's get into the occult meat and potatoes. The mark of Qayin, and there's an article you can check out through the Mormons. The article is Religion and the Mark of Qayin, January 19th, 1970. I know this article very well, and it's on time.com for those that want to read it for their further understanding and illumination, especially you trogs. So the mark of Qayin was actually, in their eyes, because it was a racist ministry, the Church of the Latter-day Saints, it was bestowed to African people because they stayed neutral and they didn't get involved in the so-called conflict between Jehovah/Yahweh and Lucifer. That is not true. The mark of Qayin is actually bestowed to someone irrespective of the color of their skin or their ethnic group, racial background, etc. It's bestowed to people, and I have conjured Qayin, is bestowed to people that have vampiric blood, witch blood, practitioners of sorcerer, and those who are trying to raise their alchemy. Now, it can be bestowed to someone in their birth, or it can be bestowed later on, usually within your teenage years, when witchcraft is the path that you're going to undertake. I have had my mark of Qayin, and yes, I do have it. I've had mine for decades, over 4 to be exact. So that is that. And Qayin, even though many of the people didn't exist in the Bible, and this is also a fact, they became egregores. So with any egregore, you're going to feed it. And the more that you feed any egregore, the more power that it's going to get. And there's another book that you can get. It's from a Yoruba scholar. Yoruba is in Nigeria, for those that don't know. His name is Modupe Oduyoyi. And the name of the text is The Sons of the Gods and the Daughters of Men, a Afro-Asiatic interpretation of Genesis, chapter 1 through 11. Very good book, because Qayin also had transfigurated later on into Tubal-Cain, or the blacksmith. And Tubal-Cain is another appellation or name for who people know amongst the Orishas as Shango. So that's a book that you possibly can get a hold of. I would check it out. Maybe it's a couple of copies floating around. But the mark of Qayin has nothing to do with race. Some people feel that it does. Some people feel that it doesn't. Can you conjure Qayin? Yes, you can. What can Qayin help you with? Qayin can help you with raising your alchemy. He can help you acquire money. Even if you acquire that money, and I'm not saying you should do it, he can also help you acquire money through illegal means as well. And he can help you with love magic. But the thing about Qayin, and I've warned people about this before, the thing about Qayin is that you could do this, but Qayin will make sure that you regret it. Now, as for the other so-called egregore, or who his brother is, that would be Abel. Him and Abel have since repaired things on the etheric plane. And this is something that I want people to think about. If you practice sorcery, you should see where it's going to go for you. But Qayin can help you. There are rituals, there are chants, there are a myriad of ways that you can work with Qayin. So that is the mark of Qayin. The mark of Qayin is bestowed to practitioners of magic. So with that, that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.